Opening round 6 under. What'd you like about today?
Pretty much everything. I've had a lot of time off, and I was able to work on some things mentally. I've played so much golf the last 2 years that I think it was 15 weeks off, and so I was eager to get out. I was eager to just play golf, and being away from the game so much, you get very grateful to be out here. And so for me, I wanted to put some systems in place. I wanted to commit to every shot and have a clear picture, and it didn't matter the result, and I was able to do that pretty much the whole round. And I was able to get out a lot of the feels that I usually feel when I play well. So for me, it was just a nice way to get around. I drove the ball really well. I putted really nicely, and overall, I just was able to execute somewhat what I was seeing in front of me.
And you'd seen this course last year, so what's kind of the keys and takeaways you took from last time out?
Yeah, I mean, when you see it the second time, you obviously can play a little bit of a different game plan. There's a lot of shots where you think you have the right club, but you have to take one more. It just plays so much longer. And then it's long. Luckily I'm a good driver of the ball, and so I'm giving myself pretty good looks. But the key for me has been I needed to switch a little bit and get more greens regulation this season starting on. Last year it killed me a little bit, and so today was a good iron game play today. So this golf course you just don't need to attack too much. Greens regulation goes a long way.
Sunday, last man in the field, so how good does it feel to just kind of, what momentum you gaining from this round today?
Yeah, once again, I was fortunate that they called me that I got the sponsor's invite when it opened up. I wanted to play. I've been messaging the guy for like a month, so I'm sure he was tired of me, but I wanted to be here. I like this golf course, I like this place, and once again, I was eager to play golf, and coming out short notice it's a good course for me to start out. You can get away with here and there bad shots. So coming off my surgery 10 weeks ago, it's always a little bit of doubt, and there's a little bit of pain, but you got to just trust it and not flinch at it. So
how'd you find out you were in the field?
The tour called me Sunday night, and I was like, listen, Will Zalatoris withdrew, and Scott Piercy's in on his number, and they decided to give it to you. And I was ecstatic. Obviously I was like, man, I was still hopeful that there's like one or two withdrawals because I was third alternate. So eventually the third alternate got in. Yeah. So there was always a chance, but it's nice to be able to plan some flights and stuff like that.
Since we've seen you last, you've had some injuries. Kind of go over hand, and you said knee. So what happened and the process and how you're healing?
Yeah, so I played pretty much the whole since August last year with pain in my hand, and thought it was just overused. Played 35 events, rested, came back, not any better. Went and saw a doctor, and I have what they call carpal boss, and it's hereditary. It runs in a family. It's just a bone condition where the carpal bones grow into each other, and anytime you bend your hand, it collides and causes inflammation. So Dr. Jordan in Houston was able to go in there, and it's not a cool procedure, but he chisels all the bone away and makes room for the movement. And so 10 weeks, and it's been. I've gone hard. My physical therapist told me that you need to settle down because I was just ready to get back, and so I think it's good. That's about 80% the hand, and I tore my MCL. Luckily, a first degree tear New Year's Eve, getting out of the car. So, but we were able to survive, and it's nice to have the family around, and I had a good excuse to get away from the game. The game was beating me down mentally. I have bipolar, and for me, getting into a deep hole when you play too much and when you don't play well, only way to get out is just to step away. And so it was a blessing in disguise. So,
what have been the keys to getting back to physically and mentally?
Well, the keys are just to reflect, talk it through with your family, your wife, and some mentors, and. I have some good mentors. Harrington has been mentoring me a little. I grew up knowing Retief, and so So all those guys have been helping me to reset. I was able to refocus on what I need to do in my swing and how to build my game, reevaluate how I want to approach the season and what makes me the best, and then set some high goals. The key to putting it all together mentally and physically is to just for me, being bipolar, your head is all over the place. To put systems in place, routines, and being disciplined about it. So,
have you been able to talk and get together with Padraig at all this week?
Yeah, we played a practice round on Tuesday, and at some stage I told him, I said, "Are you going to give me a lesson or a tip?" He's like, "I don't need to give you anything because it's all in your head." I was like, "Okay, well." So.
Speaking of friends, Eric Van Rooyen's up there, fellow Zurich partner.
Yeah.
What can you say about his game trending?
Obviously, since Mexico, it's been confidence on, but I played with him at Zurich, and there was a little bit of a struggle there, but I think he was where a lot of guys were at some stage in the year, but I've watched him put the work in. I mean, he is a grinder. He's a believer. I mean, he is positive. I love feeding off of him. We grew up together. We've known each other since we were 14. So yeah, I mean, it's great to have someone that is just positive about everything. And so his trend right now, I mean, it's pretty much when you put the hard work together with some confidence, and but he's worked towards it. So.
You talked to him. Are you pitching at all to play Zurich again this year as partners?
I did. Unfortunately, he told me no. So he's planning on not playing. So I'm looking for a partner. So.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.